Loser, mayor of Sellout City.
Hey, howdy, everybody. Welcome to SaturnSlam predictions video for SummerSlam 2018. My prediction is that it will not be as good as TakeOver. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, right.
But there are some matches here that some of them are worthy of discussion. This is going to be an interesting. WWE can go in some interesting directions off this pay-per-view.
WWE can go shove it up their ass.
I mean, that too. But they can go in some interesting directions with this pay-per-view here. That being said, they're not going to do anything interesting. So we have a pre-show with 3 matches on it. I think it starts at 5. We have Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak for the Cruiserweight Championship. Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick are banned from ringside. I don't watch 205 Live, so I'm not sure why that's significant. But, hey, they're banned from ringside. I don't care.
Yep.
I wish that weren't the case. I mean, they're both good wrestlers, and I'm sure given the opportunity, they can have a really good match, but I'm not really into this. I don't know the story. Cedric's been holding the title for a long time. I think maybe it's time for the change, so why not Gulak?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, I don't know. That's a stip that doesn't make things more interesting because they ostensibly won't be there.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so there's some people who aren't there. You know, Shaq isn't in. He's not coming to ringside
No,
either.
That's true.
Actually, will Shaq come to ringside?
I don't know. That would be interesting. Rusev and Lana versus Andrade Cien Almas and Selena Vega in a mixed tag match. I would not have Andrade Cien Almas lose quite yet.
That would be bad.
So he's gonna win because that makes the most sense. Also Lana.
Yeah.
Why? And then
Lana Vega feud. They're like, you chomp
twice.
Gargano.
Twice on television, I've had to sit for that match. It was not quite as bad as I thought it might be, but it was not any good at all.
Instead of that, Authors of Pain. Ember Moon. Wait, Ember Moon's doing stuff.
Right? She pinned Alexa on the Go Home show of Raw with her move.
Hey. Okay, I don't watch Raw. I cook my wrestling.
The B Team versus the Revival for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The B Team, their act has more than run its course at this point in time. It's time to get the tag team division on Raw actually going because you have good teams in the division like the Revival and the Authors of Pain that should be wrestling for the tag team championships, not fucking the B Team.
It's literally the B Team. Come on, guys.
So I'm going to predict that the Revival go over here.
Please. Revive. Bring it back.
Alright, main card. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Now, in the weeks leading up to SummerSlam, my thought on this was the same. If Daniel Bryan signs a new deal, he'll beat The Miz. If Daniel Bryan does not sign a new deal, he will not beat The Miz.
And we will Miz in our pants.
He has signed a new deal, so he will beat The Miz.
Hooray.
And then hopefully move on to the world title picture.
He'll be left miserable. I hate Miz puns, but I am compelled by his awfulness.
Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. A match we've seen several times already, and it has never been anything better than passable.
But for some reason, they're just like, yes, these two, they're destined to do this forever.
No.
Put 'em on
The only question is Finn Balor going to come out as the Demon? The answer might surprise you. Probably not.
No.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy for the U.S. Championship. I am shocked that Jeff Hardy's even wrestling this match.
Yeah. Oh, this sounds weird. This is like, I don't know, like a Harley versus like what's those nice Japanese bikes that go really well?
Like a Suzuki.
Yeah. A really top of the line Suzuki versus like my dad's Harley.
Jeff is like really beat up, and you can definitely tell because the way he's hitting his finish now, he's not trying to like make the bump easier on his opponent. He's just fucking squashing dudes with his senton. And like the way he walks around, you can tell he's not feeling very good. And he's taking some time off after SummerSlam, I've heard. So I don't think he's gonna win the title if that's the case.
Yeah. Shinsuke, do your man a justice. Put him out of his misery.
Yeah, I thought for sure they were going to add Randy Orton to this and make it a triple threat, but they haven't done it yet. There's a chance to do it like right before the match starts.
Yeah, and before we go further, take note of how our decisions for how these matches turn out have nothing to do with the stories that are going on. It's literally just like practical. Yeah. Jeff Hardy needs to take a break. B-Team is a little old.
Carmella versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair in a triple threat for the SmackDown Women's title. You could go a couple different ways with this. You could have Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair kind of cancel each other out, and Carmella sneaks away with the title again. You can have Charlotte win the title again and have it be the source of dissension between her and Becky Lynch. Or you can have Becky win the title, because that's the story. She's been on the comeback trail. She's tapped out like the entire fucking women's division with her armbar, and, you know, the crowd's into her. She's been winning. You can put the belt on her. I promise it won't go so bad. And if you do that, you can have Charlotte turn on her, do the heel turn, and then they can wrestle at Evolution for the title.
Man, it's like actual wrestling that happens.
So, it's so like either if they're doing Rousey versus Flair in the main event of WrestleMania, I think that match is going to be, I feel in my heart that match would be title for title, or at least they'd both be champion at the time. And if that's the case, I think one or the other is leaving SummerSlam as champion. So either Rousey's going to win the belt or Charlotte's going to win the belt. I think the story is better if Becky wins the belt. I'm going to, against my better judgment, because they never do what's best for the story, I'll pick Becky Lynch here.
Yeah, they're gonna have both of them win. Both Charlotte and Rousey win, and they're just gonna have a random TV match. Doesn't matter about the brands, because they are on different brands.
Yeah.
They're just gonna have, Rousey come in and is like, I'm gonna wrestle you right now on Tuesday.
The only interesting thing about that is that they do make it not necessarily a unification match at WrestleMania, but like they're both champions. What do you do with the Rumble? Is the question.
Do it again. These once we've learned the depths that WWE can go to, you're just like, fuck it, let's just do it again. They have no integrity.
No, they don't. Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre versus
Speaking of no integrity,
Seth Rollins with Dean Ambrose, who's looking like he's found all the muscle Brock Lesnar's lost.
Yep. I don't know. Did we talk about my text?
I don't think so.
Oh, it was great. I saw the one picture of Dean Ambrose when he came back. I just immediately, I'm like, those are the prison games you get while you thinking about the mans that wronged you. Come back for revenge. Like, Dontrell, you stole my wife.
I think Seth Rollins is going to win this match.
Yes.
And then there's a chance Dean Ambrose turns at SummerSlam I don't know if I'd do that yet. I think eventually he does turn, but I don't know if right now is the time. And there's been some early advertisement leaked for Hell in a Cell, and I think it's a tag match between Rollins and Ambrose versus Ziggler and McIntyre. So I don't think they're gonna break him up quite yet. Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens for the Money in the Bank briefcase, and if Kevin Owens wins like in any sort of way, DQ, count out, whatever, he gets the briefcase.
Nifty.
I don't think they'd take it off Braun Strowman. That seems unlikely.
It's the only reason I remember who has the Money in the Bank right now.
Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day. I would have preferred to see Bludgeon Brothers versus Sheamus and Cesaro, but that's neither here nor there. This match will be as good as they let it be.
Yup. New Day. We're ready. We're ready for the next day. Haha. Joke.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Bludgeon Brothers are losing yet. Someone's gonna beat them eventually. I don't know who that's gonna be, but I don't know. They'll probably do a multi-man at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Have like a 4-way.
Are New Day still on that pancake gimmick? They move on?
I think so, but it's time for them to move on from that if they haven't already. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. AJ has held the Smackdown title for like almost 300 days now. I read a rumor a while back that because he's the cover superstar for the video game and Vince likes him, there's a chance he holds the title till like the Royal Rumble WrestleMania, which would have him break CM Punk's title reign record with the same belt. So they can't be like, well, Brock's had a longer title reign, but that wasn't the same belt. And if you think, wow, that's incredibly petty, there's no way they'd book based on that. You do not know WWE. That is exactly how they would book it. With all that being said, man, Joe really should win the title here.
Just because Joe's great.
He's great. It will give some fresh matchups. You can have Daniel Bryan challenge for the title. And AJ Styles can always win it back later. But I don't think they're going to take the title off AJ. And I don't necessarily want them to. Like, AJ's title reign, it's not that it's been bad. It's just they don't have a lot of fresh matchups for him. And it's been kind of mired in this feud with Nakamura, which for a large portion of it was not very good.
Mm-hmm.
He had one match with Rusev, which was fine, and then that is blowing over. And if he beats Joe, like who's next? Like who do they have on the heel side? Andrade Cien Almas, I guess.
He doesn't have enough of a push yet. Like he would be a solid. He can make a solid match with AJ Styles.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know who on the heel side you have ready for that spot right now.
Yeah.
So I think Samoa Joe should win. But WWE is going to WWE. So AJ Styles is my prediction.
Yep.
It will be a great match. Well, maybe. I say that. It should be a great match, but it's WWE.
Depends on how much Joe gets cheesed.
On a super show like this.
Yeah.
They have a tendency to not deliver great matches. Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey for the Raws. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's okay. That match tends to do this to people.
Yeah. I think part of me says it's too soon for Ronda to have the title. Part of me says they don't give a shit and they're going to put the title on Ronda. They could screw her. They could have Natalya turn on her for the screw job. I think it's too soon after her father died to turn her heel.
Right.
Which, I mean, I know, like, they probably threw a monkey wrench in their booking plans, but, like, you gotta be able to adjust to these things. You shouldn't turn the girl heel this soon after her dad died. You're not gonna get heat on her because everyone's gonna be like, oh, still really sympathetic to her.
She's just reacting to her father's death.
Yeah. I guess I'll pick Rousey here. The only monkey wrench could be they announced that Alexa Bliss is going to wrestle Trish Stratus at Evolution, which will be a challenge for Trish.
Yeah.
So they could have her keep the strap for that, but I think that's a big enough match where it doesn't need the title.
Right.
So yeah, Rousey. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. I don't fucking know, dude.
Is this the new John Cena versus Randy Orton?
It's getting to that point. I don't know. Obviously Roman Reigns, it seems like he should win here, but we've done this 3 times already where that was the answer, but Brock retains. So I don't know.
This isn't even at this point. Brock wrestles 1 match a year. Brock wrestles the same match every year now.
Yeah.
He wrestles 1 match, period.
Yeah. The only match he had that was any good recently and was any different was this match against AJ Styles, and I credit AJ Styles with most of that.
Yeah. So, I mean, fuck it. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be the same shit. Brock gonna hit suplexes. Roman's gonna do his stuff. He's gonna hit a spear, but then Brock's gonna like F5 out of it, or whatever the fuck. It's gonna be the exact same as every other goddamn Brock Roman match. Brock, loser, mayor of Sellout City.
Yeah. I think this is it. I think for real now, they're gonna put the belt on Roman Reigns. Braun Strowman's probably gonna cash in, either during the match or immediately following it. I don't think necessarily that Roman Reigns is leaving Brooklyn as champion, but I think he wins this match, or at least doesn't lose it.
I listen to the words you say, and it gives me hope, but then I have to give myself, I have to strap myself down like Ulysses on the ship. It's just a siren song. It's too much.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. I guess a very soft Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I'm still Brock Lesnar because I have nothing left inside. Surprise me, WWE, fucking do it. You won't. You don't have the balls.
It's time. Yeah, well, it's time to shit or get off the pot with this. Honestly, if fucking Brock retains and it's the same bullshit, we're done with main roster pay-per-views for the next while.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting real sick of this fucking song and dance.
It makes it real easy, so we can just, instead of the next pay-per-view, we can just do all G1.
Yeah, we can just watch New Japan or like old pay-per-views that were good back when there was like 8 match card limits and things got time. The halcyon days of our past. All right, so we'll see what happens. SummerSlam.
Let's see what happens today. The post-apocalypse.
Yep, it's gonna be a show. All right, we'll catch you next time. Hopefully it's not the worst. Hopefully it's better than last year's SummerSlam.
Yeah, future people, I was right. I was right about this. Don't you even pretend. All right, bye-bye.